Hey, good morning. Anil Gunjal here. Sorry about that. Just wait for a few people to come on and let's see if folks can hear me. I will try to see if I can test this on my phone. I will try. Okay, cool. It works now. Sorry about that. Anil Gunjal here, coming to you from my home office. Let me know if you're on. And today wanted to talk about, the number one question I get about, and I'm sure online marketers get. Thank you, Dijon, for that, for the heads up. Is why do I have to pay? Right? Must be a scam. Why do I have to pay? And it's a question I get all the time. And really, I don't want to offend anybody here, but if you're asking me how much, why, or how much you have to pay, I think there's a mentality shift that you have to make. When you're doing any type of business, and you consider yourself an entrepreneur, or whether you want to supplement your income or whatever you want to do, you really should be asking yourself, how much can I earn, right? How much can I receive? Not how much it's gonna cost me. Somebody actually made a great post. I'll have to find it and give them credit. They were basically saying, people are okay paying $100 and $180 a month for cable TV, but when it comes, $40 a month to pay for your business that could really earn you so much, they don't want to pay for it. They think it's a scam, right? Automatically, people consider it's a scam. I have an online business where you get a coach. One of my team members wasn't able to get a hold of their coach, and they're like, oh, this must be a scam. Automatically, this must be a scam. Yes, and I understand why people feel that. There are a lot of online scams out there. There's a lot of garbage out there. But if you do your research, like I've said to you before, you look at what kind of leaders are in the business, you will realize if it's a scam or not. So why do we have to pay? And I'll give you a few examples here, right? It's not about payment, like I said, it's about investment. Any business requires an investment, right? Sometimes it's a small investment, sometimes it's a huge investment. If you go open a franchise today, you're going to spend anywhere from $300,000 to $1 million, well over $1 million, to get a business started, in which they tell you will not be able to make a profit for a minimum of 3 years. So you need to, in your investment, you need to count in how much money you're going to make, right? And here we're giving you an opportunity. Say you're starting for a business for $1,000, right? Your potential there is so much, right? Your potential can be, thousands, hundreds and thousands, whatever it is. I'll give you an example of my e-commerce business that I have online, right? There were startup costs, right? It wasn't much, but there were startup costs. Now, if I buy a widget for $10 and I sell it for $20, I've made a $10 profit, right? But initially I had to spend $10 to buy that product, right? Same way. You have to make an initial investment, right? It shows that you have some skin in the teeth. The other thing I get is, okay, why don't I run the business, and then when I make money, you give me the money, and then I'll pay you back. It doesn't work like that. If you're not putting skin in the game, you have no desire, no drive, right, to make money. If I hand out money to everyone and start a business, I bet you 99.999% of those people will not do anything because it's not their money in the game, right? So there's a reason it's not a payment, it's an investment, right? The same thing with products. If you have a product-oriented health, wellness, whatever it is, you need to purchase the products in order to join the business. Why? Because you need to try the products out. You need to be your own customer, right? If I told you, hey, join my business, and you ask me what level you are at, and I'm like, oh, nothing, I'm not, why would you join me, right? It's the same thing if I, for example, I go out and buy an iPhone, okay? And I think this iPhone is great, okay? And I tell my friends about it, and they go out and buy it, and why do they do that? Because I've already purchased the iPhone, I've used it, I like it, right? And I'm a testimonial for the product, but I've already purchased it, right? So it's the same way when you have products that you want to try out, whether it's health, wellness, or if it's a digital product, if you're selling a book, you need to buy the book yourself. You need to consume the product. You need to understand what the product is, right, before you can go sell it, right? If you're trying to sell me something and you haven't bought it, you haven't tried it, how do I know confident? How do I know that you have the confidence to know it's a great product when you haven't tried it yourself, right? So this whole notion of why do I have to pay? It's really not a payment. It's an investment, right? You need to ask not how much do I have to pay? You have to change your mindset. You have to change your mentality, and you have to ask how much money can I profit? How much can I make, right? We have people on our team that have invested $1,000 in one of my income streams where they've made $10, $20, $30,000 out of that last year, right? From $1,000 investment. I have people on teams that on that team that have invested $50,000 and they've profited $600,000, $700,000, right? But if you don't make that initial investment, you don't put your skin in the game, you're not going to be driven to go out and prospect, right? Let me give you an example. Say, for example, you start a business and you go out and take a loan, say against your mortgage, you take a home equity loan, and you know you have to pay that loan back. You're going to work your tail off. I bet you're going to work your tail off to make that business run, right? Because you know you have to pay a debt back. Hey Tracy, how are you? Right? Tracy's the same thing, right? Paid for college, right? I know people that are still paying college loans off years and years and years, right? Why did you do that? Why did you go pay for college? Why? Because you wanted to get a good job. Why? Because that college was an investment. And then when you paid for the college, you got a better job. The better job led to led to more money, right? So what does that mean? Like Tracy said, is college a scam? Is McDonald's a scam? Right? If you were to open a Dunkin' Donuts, there's a lot of Dunkin' Donuts in my area. I've never seen an empty one yet, right? You can't even get a franchise anymore. Obviously, it's making money and people want it, right? So this whole notion of, how much do I have to pay? And honestly, if somebody approaches me and they ask me, how much do I have to pay? I'm like, you know what? This is not for you. Just continue, you're better off with a job because that whole mentality shift is a hard shift to make. It's not for everybody. So, if somebody is interested in your business, they're asking you those kind of questions, not everybody's a good fit, right? You don't have to let everybody join. You don't have to say yes to everybody. Actually, we were masterminding the other day with my team, some of my teammates, and, there was somebody that wanted a refund right away. And really my advice to them was if they're asking for a refund now, just let them get the refund because they're going to have buyer's remorse. They're going to have regrets, go get the refund, right? So it's not a payment. That's my point. It's an investment. Don't ask how much does it cost to join. Ask how much can I make? What's the potential, right? Because there might be some businesses that have really bad comp plans, and you could start, with a $50,000 investment, and you're not going to see your money back for a couple of years. So you really got to look at the comp plan and understand how much can I make, right? How do I join the college? Hey, Justina. Yep, college is something we were just talking about this last night. Good college is $80,000 to $100,000 a year. My daughter is 9 years old. By the time she gets older, God only knows how much it's going to be. So, if you get the question, I think you have a great answer. It's an investment, it's a business. We can talk about other questions that I get, pyramid schemes, and if I make money, you make money. No, we all make money together. It's a business, right? It's an investment. So, hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep an eye on my Facebook page here. I'll do a couple more of these lives over the weekend. And if you have any questions, just comment below. Be happy to answer any marketing questions you have. And I will talk to you all later. Have a great weekend.